was actually looking at the traffic outside this morning. I just had a walk around while I was waiting for you. There's some traffic on that road.
Oh, it's busy road.
They were talking about putting a ramp there.
Yeah, they were. I got right trouble for that myself, even though I did nothing wrong. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got the blame for it. But anyway,
You got to blame for actually.
This practice is better. This was it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh, no,
Oh.
no, no, because would you believe it? It was somebody said it to me. It was actually the policeman one day. He was here,
Yeah.
and he was. I just mentioned about the traffic and the
But
speed.
there was talk of this a few years ago,
Yeah,
and there was, you know, as usual, the speed up that road is something else.
unreal.
Oh, young kids on the road, never my own kids. It's unbelievable. So there was attempts made a couple of years ago to put in a ramp, but there was one or two objectors anyway.
Yeah, it's the usual.
But I got the blame for being the man that wanted to put in the ramp.
Oh no, I look for it too. So you can blame me.
I can blame you. So yeah. Anyway, it was knocked, you know. But I do say come up the road. But first off, anyway, we have a speed thing that doesn't work.
Yeah, correct.
We should be flashing, you know.
Correct.
So there's nothing on that road to slow them down, but it is quite a busy road. It does. The young kids, they come up there at 100 mile an hour. It's frightening some days at speed.
One of the best ones I ever saw was there were two trucks coming out the road, and I'd say just about your house. The second one decided to overtake the first one. So just halfway down the road, they'd overtaken. But then the first one went to turn for Templemore.
Oh, hi.
Slowed the second one down.
I slowed the
It
second
was a
one.
pointless operation.
Yeah. I know they do. They come up that road. It's frightening there at times. It's too fast, you know.
But
even
just
leaving town, you know,
correct.
once kind of come to Tigwell there, it's put down.
Foot to the
You know,
floor.
and the kids play. I know their kids are our responsibility. I get all that. But you know, like any kid, the ball coming around the road, kid run after.
They go out like a rocket.
Oh, like a rocket, and they're just, yeah. So there's something definitely needs to be.
to do
Some
about
little,
it.
some little speed
Thing.
control. you
Because
know.
I often said, no, if you were, say, turning out from my place and you saw a truck coming around your house,
Yeah.
so you say, I have loads of time. So you'd pull out. But here's the other truck overtaken on the wrong side of the road.
Alongside the road, yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, there's no measure there at all, really, at the moment.
Yeah, you're in big trouble, aren't
Yeah, oh, you're in big trouble then, is right.
you?
Even if you got the flashing, the speed one working,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, probably would. People would realise what speed they're doing, maybe.
Yeah, because people still think you kind of
They don't
in the
realise.
countryside. They don't really. Yeah, I think people don't realise it maybe till they get to the school.
I think so.
Oh, I'm in town now.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It kind of doesn't hit them half a mile back the road,
correct.
even though there's a lot of kids out there, you know. But anyway, look at.
And even the planning I got for the funeral home here,
Yeah.
it was over 30 years ago. I remember one of the reasons I got it because it was a quiet road.
Quiet road, yeah.
No, but it really has turned very, very busy road now, hasn't it?
A very busy road,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
busy road, yeah. I don't mind it being busy, but it's busy and fast.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
The
the
speed.
thing.
I'd be out there now doing those flowers. It's easy to get a fright
Yeah,
sometimes.
they're
When they go
serious
past
speed.
you there, seriously, yeah. Kind of when they come there to Tim Sheedy's,
Yeah.
the boat goes down.
to the floor.
Boom. Jesus,
I think even when they're in McDonough Terrace,
The terrace, yeah,
they
even
put this
there.
to the floor there, isn't it?
Yeah. They think you've kind of gone out of town, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, such is life.
You do an awful lot of charity work and good work, and you're very involved in the community.
I sure like it all, no more than yourself, Eamon.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good to give a little back. We get plenty of our community.
Yeah.
We live in a great community.
You're great at it, in fairness.
But you look, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the community that I live in.
Yeah.
You know, even back in March, you know, when I got sick myself there.
Yeah.
I took a turn, you know.
Yeah.
And she's the community were unbelievable to us in the last 6 months. You know,
Yeah,
I
they
can't.
really are.
I had, you know, they found a tumor in my brain, so I can't drive now. You know,
Yeah.
I had 2 seizures, like, and the amount of people there, you know, because I left as the kids and that.
Yeah.
The amount of people come up there, I'll take you here, I'll take you there.
Brilliant.
People call to the house, people brought shopping. You know, so like it's nice to work in your community, but it's even nicer then when you're, you know, everyone hit hard times and
Correct.
you know, and the community came back. I couldn't believe how good our community were in the last 6 months to
Yeah,
our
good,
family.
yeah.
Unbelievable. And
Which
still
is
are.
great.
and
It's
still
great.
are.
It's great.
Ah, yeah, we live in a great community. I often say we're lucky where we live.
Big time.
If you turn on the news every day and you say, just imagine living there.
Great.
We're lucky where we live.
And one thing I often said is, I think it says a lot for Templemore, is that when the guards came to train in the college, they bought houses here and they ended up living here.
Yeah.
And they even get buried here. You know, so I'd imagine if I was working in a funeral home, for argument's sake, in Kerry, I'd have it left in my will that I want to be buried in Templemore.
Right, yeah.
But they don't. They stay here.
They stay here,
They
yeah,
get
so
buried
obviously-
here. It's amazing, I think, isn't it?
They've obviously taken a shine to the place
I think so, don't they? Yeah.
during their time here.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it is, yeah. So many families, often even from a GA point of view, Eamon Corcoran there, and
Yeah, correct.
you know, Kevin Mulrine, the Collins,
Yeah.
all those families all came and stayed.
Stayed.
You know, and all played well, like, you know,
Yeah.
John Lynn there, Mayo man, I mean, a few that are springing to mind, you know. Yeah, as you say, all those families.
I think it says a lot for
So-
Templemore, doesn't it?
And even to go back further, Eamon, back to World War II, when the 10th Battalion came.
Yeah.
So that's how the likes of the O'Tooles, the Evans,
They don't
all
care
those families came, and they stayed.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
it's something that's been happening for many decades,
Yeah, correct.
not just in recent times. So obviously Templemore is a, it's an appealing place to a lot of people.
It seems to be a nice town,
Yeah,
and people seem to
yeah,
come and
yeah.
take to it and
They
stay
have the
here.
odd out cribber. We won't worry about them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, yeah. And the advantages and disadvantages of living close to the funeral home.
Yeah, well, it's very advantageous when there's a big funeral for me anyway, because I just
Across
look
the
out the
road.
window, yeah, across
Yeah,
the road,
yeah.
and then have my mother ringing me up. Well, where's that? Where's the funeral now? Will we go up yet? No, ma'am, take your time. You know,
Yeah.
so there's no disadvantage. Yeah, you have cars and traffic, but sure, that's not a disadvantage. You know, some people might say it is, but sure, it's not. A couple of hours sometime,
And it's not very often.
and it's not very often to be that big. No, so what disadvantage is it really?
The really big funerals that would cause maybe a little bit of chaos, they're generally once a month. And,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
even at that, and I suppose the
Well,
COVID kind of threw a big spanner, a different kind of a
yeah,
light on funerals.
yeah, true, very true. Oh, absolutely, very true. Yeah, I think people don't. I never minded it anyway, but anyone that might have thought that was a disadvantage before, maybe they don't see that now when they realise what COVID did. You're right.
Yeah,
I
correct.
can always remember the one funeral that always stands out in my mind from COVID was Scaly's,
Yeah.
because we did a little guard of honour over as far as the front gate,
Oh, yeah.
but we couldn't go in any further.
Sad.
And I can remember, very sad. I can remember Mooch going in and Father Hayes and closing the door.
Tapers.
And that's how they had to do
Sad.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Sad.
I remember we were standing outside. I remember counting about 8 or 10 going into the church
Deary me.
and locking the door.
Yeah.
God has said that he's sad.
Isn't it?
That was very sad.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Now we met them that night then for a drink after whatever, you know. There's about 100 in the pub. It didn't seem to make any difference at night time. Maybe COVID was only a morning thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the church was 10 times bigger than the temple.
Temple.
Anyway, we could go to the church, we could go to the temple to pray, but we couldn't go to the church to pray. But you know, I remember talking to Mooch about that after. He said the same himself. It was just a lonely moment.
Big time, I'd say.
Big time, yeah. You kind of don't think of those things,
Correct.
you know. But really, during COVID, yeah, that was a tough time for a lot of people. But there's no disadvantage in living near a funeral home, really. To be honest with you. You know, I don't see God trying to able to. You know, if there's a bit of traffic around for a few hours,
It's not the end of the
no,
world.
if you can't tough it out for a couple of hours, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. And it's very advantageous when you live near it. You can fly over there in a second if you're busy. You don't knock you or anything like that.
Correct.
Very handy that way, Evan. Yeah,
Yeah,
very handy that way.
And I remember Derek Hanley when he was living across the road, and his mum and dad were here. And still to this day, when I meet him, he always says like it meant a lot to him to know that they were just across the road.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you find that when your sister and your dad were here?
Oh, I did. I think so. Yeah, you were close to them, like.
They were close to you.
They were close to them, yeah. Even though they were home and they were dead, they were still, yeah, they were close by, yeah.
Only
That's
across
true.
the road.
Yeah, I know some people would like to bring them home to the house,
Correct.
but different people will do different things.
Correct.
Yeah, when they're only close, I was there even to come over to you. I was able to pop across there, yeah.
If you wanted to,
Yeah, if you
at
want,
any stage,
yeah, just I do want tonight. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very close by. Yeah, it was definitely handy. Or if I needed you for anything.
It was just a
Yeah.
stone's throw away.
Oh,
Literally,
that's it. Yeah, just across the road. So things like that are handy, and definitely advantageous. Yeah, without doubt, they are. Yeah.
And I bet you found with both your mum and with your dad and your sister that people coming and people calling, people talking, passing through the funeral home, telling you stories about them that you never heard.
Oh, yeah.
That's what people missed, I suppose, during COVID, didn't they?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you one good one?
Well,
Yeah, I'll tell you one good one now, which was this really brought it home to me during Anya, my sister's funeral, you know. So they came there in their thousands, you know. I'd always make a point of asking someone who if I didn't know them. Because it's not as bad as going to a funeral, shaking hands with someone walking off and they say, who was that? After travelling a distance, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, this couple came along. A couple in their 60s, you know. And I said, you know my sister, did she? Your man says to me, you have no idea. I said, go ahead. He said, we're from Burrison, Austria, he said. Fair side of it. Right, okay. I said, what brings you this evening? So Anya, as you know, was involved in Templemore Athletic Club for years, you know. And they had one son, this couple. And they were struggling with him.
Yeah.
No, 12 or 13 years of age.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him out of the house to do anything. Stuck in the house and just could not get him out. And he said one night, he said, out of absolute and utter desperation, I said to the wife, we'll try athletics in Templemore with him, see if we'll do any good. We brought him down one night. From that night to this, he said, he's a different child.
big ad.
First person he met was your sister.
Okay.
Now, my point here, Eamon, I'm not blowing up my sister. My point is that if I didn't ask the man who he was, I'd never have heard his story.
Yeah.
And his story was very important to him.
Yeah.
And it was also, as it turned out, very important to us because it shone another light on Anya that maybe, you know, we knew she was very good with kids. I said, there's another example.
Correct.
Now, if I just had to shake his hand and he walked on,
You would have missed all that.
I missed all that story and said, what was he?
He said,
You know, it would have, so it meant an awful lot to him. which is nice. And one thing that is nice to have out here, there's no rush when you're here.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
can tell those stories
yeah,
and take that. That's important.
big time.
If you're only flying through and shaking hands,
Yeah,
sure that's no. It's nice. I appreciate people coming, but it's nice to get someone's story.
isn't it?
Yeah,
And I often think maybe if somebody even said to you, just say for argument's sake, they were talking about your dad and they said,
yeah,
told you a funny story, something that happened, and maybe you're standing there and you're all very upset and crying.
yeah,
But then I tell you a funny story, then you turn to the rest of the family and tell them the funny story.
yeah.
Now everybody's laughing.
Oh yeah, and it breaks the whole ice, can it?
Big time,
And the
doesn't
thing
it?
moves along. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's important. I think it's very important. People have made the effort to come.
yeah, correct.
But I'll shake hands and move on. So it's okay. I know it might delay it outside and that. But that's okay because I think the people outside are having as good a crack in the queue. They're chatting away. They're meeting as well.
Correct. I mean,
It's actually part of the whole thing as well when you're outside.
part of the process.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah, you meet someone that you met for a long time,
Correct.
and you have an hour's chat with them maybe or whatever you get to
yeah.
meet. So that's all part of it too.
It's a part of the
And so
process.
what's the rush? Where are we going?
Oh, no hurry.
Oh yeah, where are we going? Yeah.
You're all there from work on.
All there.
Literally.
Exactly. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're very involved in with historical society.
Ah, yeah.
Fair play to you.
Sure, as you well know, hated it going to school.
Yeah. Like us all.
Like us all, yeah. And then just picked up on it, I suppose, in later years. And again, it leads back into the community. And it's telling our story. That's what I want to do,
Correct,
really.
yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, just tell our own little story, what we've done. And, you'll be learning about Germany and America and all these places. And
Yeah.
and I always going on here that time. So we were here too. So,
Yes, true.
and of course, the other stuff is important too. But I think people enjoy the local stuff and the local stories. I think people like that.
And I think they like to hear history, don't they? They love to hear.
Yeah,
you know.
even people that say they don't like history, they might like history, but they like local stuff.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a little difference in that. I do think they like that. Even though they might not admit it to you.
Yeah.
But
But you like to know where things came from. Where
yeah.
even sometimes people would ask us about the funeral home, how I started, and explain how my dad got the hearse when he bought Dick Maher's. And
Yeah.
people are just genuinely interested to know.
Yeah. They are. Yeah. That's important.
Yeah.
It's important. I know a lot of times they say they don't, but still, I understand when you go to a local story, they want to know.
Correct. Yeah.
So once you're not gone too far out of town,
Yeah.
I think you'll catch the most of them. I think they do enjoy it in fairness to them.
Big time.
I think they do. Yeah. I think they do. Yeah.
And the Brackens had a great win.
Oh, on Sunday, God, imagine we went 30 years and we won it in 2022. Thought we never win.
Yeah.
We got now two come on in 4 years. So, yeah, and lots of new young lads coming in now, like the Ned Walsh there and the two Cahills there and all the Ormonds coming. Lots of the Delaney's there.
Yeah.
Lots of good young lads coming. I'm probably leaving out a few now, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's a good new young crop coming through.
Great to see.
Yeah, it's great to see. And the Marinells there. Yeah, great to see the young lads coming on.
And we're only barely after finishing celebrating our All Ireland. So.
Oh yeah, so it was great for Andrew Ormond there. Yeah. He was on again the other day. Got going if you mind. Yeah.
So I believe.
A good old times for the community again.
Yeah. It's great.
It's great for the town. Yeah.
It's a boost for the town.
Of course it is. Yeah.
I think the town in general is going very, very well.
It is.
I think so, isn't it?
Oh God, I think it's going really well. Like really well. And you go down there and you see the Cadell's there at Crescent Pack.
There's great activity.
That's great activity there.
Yeah.
The new bookshop.
And even last night now, I had to pass through Turles. I went to Turles last night around 10 o'clock. And there was absolutely nothing happening.
Nothing happening.
When I came back to Templemore, everywhere was open.
Everywhere
there was activity.
Yeah. Great to see the youngsters. Even Debbie Dorn has been on now in your own home place.
Yeah, correct.
A shop there again.
Brilliant.
Great to see those youngsters coming.
Yeah.
And getting involved. Tom Kennelly runs a good old shop there.
Yeah.
And, it's great to see the youngsters coming. It's the youngest. Without the next generation, I'm sure we haven't done it.
We're lost, correct.
We're lost.
And it's lovely to see new things opening up, I think. Anything rather than places closing down.
Yeah.
And you have an awful lot of, like Debbie Dorn, you have a lot of little shops, and there's a new barber's gone in there as well.
That's right. And the bookshop. And so even my own kids now.
Yeah.
They're growing up in a generation now. They want to go for an asinine in a year. I don't know what to call it, some kind of an SIE ball or something. I'd be telling you going over an asinine in a year again. Anyway, this seems to be the end of the game now.
Yeah, it's a change.
But again, that's what they're growing up with.
Yeah.
And it's great for them.
Brilliant, isn't it?
We never got any of them. We were never brought to 190 of them.
And of course, the park then is our greatest.
It's
a huge national activity. Attraction, isn't it?
Massive attraction.
Massive attraction.
And it's all well kept now. Everything's very well kept.
Correct, yeah.
Council's doing a good job there now.
Brilliant.
And it's, so it is well kept and a great attraction, And so you'd hear an odd kid saying there's nothing to do. When I hear a kid in Templemore saying there's nothing to do, I mean, you have the park, you have the pitch and putt, you have the athletic track, you have the hurling, you have the soccer.
So much stuff.
I mean, you have everything you want to do here.
And all the clubs are very strong.
Yeah, they are, and all been run well. Yeah,
very, very strong. Run well.
Great,
It's great to see it.
And even young Joe Burke there at the moment.
Brilliant.
He's out there now on an international level.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Carrying the name Templemore around Europe now.
Correct, yes, absolutely.
It's marvellous. 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 Great. Got great whole training on the track over the years, and again, running well. As you say, strongly run club. produce good
correct,
athletes and
correct.
players. Yeah,
They're very dedicated
no, very much
in
so.
that, and more than
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the clubs are in that club as well, aren't they? They're very dedicated in the athletic club, aren't
Oh,
they?
very much so.
That's
Yeah,
what all clubs are, in fairness.
yeah,
Now, fairness,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great to
So
see it.
again, back to the community goes very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I often said with the park now, I mean, you can bring, if you had young kids, you can bring them out to the park and they'll get 2 hours out of it, if not more.
Oh God, they would more.
Free,
Yeah. Oh, they could take off on the woods for sure.
all
The
free.
playground, all free. Tear down to the track, tear into the
Yeah,
hurling field. So live there all day.
correct.
Oh, it's marvelous.
Brilliant,
Like,
isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah,
said,
so hopefully, yeah, go on.
if it was, sorry, if it was miles away, I would say we'd be driving to it.
You're driving to it, exactly. Yeah,
And we
so
had to,
hopefully now there's rumours of new development there. And coming in off the Ross Road, maybe a new entrance and that.
oh, very good.
Just talk of that at the moment anyway, you know.
Oh, very good.
They're going to
Excellent,
make a
yeah.
new entrance and
Excellent,
some
yeah.
new development in there. I'm not sure what stage that's at yet, but
Yeah.
um, hopefully if that comes off then, you know, going to be a big new car park out there. And,
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
there's talks of a new roundabout there around Joe Burke's.
Yeah, which would be great,
Coming
yeah.
in from Ross Square and swinging from
Correct.
there.
Yeah,
And then you can park there and walk downtown. I suppose, yeah, it is a little bit tight for parking in
correct.
town.
And getting in and out, but you'd
Yeah,
manage
you
it.
would
Yeah,
manage it,
you'd
all right.
manage it,
But I think this new park, if I'm correct,
yeah.
will alleviate a lot of that hassle.
Big
you know.
and probably what that would be a big advantage too is if we had a big match there.
Oh, absolutely. But it'll be an advantage to everybody, I think.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be a walkway when you drive in then. After Joe Burke's coming from Australia there.
Yeah.
Still call it Joe Burke's. We'll never change that.
yeah, correct.
And,
Yeah,
and they're going to develop some kind of a walkway. There's a bit of a ground there between the track and the hurling pitch.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
Now, I'm only, this isn't certain, I'm only hearing this
Correct. Only here through
but
this.
you can walk there
Should be brilliant.
and then walk downtown, you
Brilliant.
know.
Yeah, brilliant.
So it'll be, and then you head off around the park.
Excellent.
So it'll be a great attraction for anyone coming to
great,
the park.
yeah.
And in terms of car parking, it'll make things a lot easier, you know. But I think that's all in the pipeline at the moment anyway. So hopefully that'll come to light now, yeah.
And it's all the town moving forward, isn't it? Which is very important.
Absolutely very important to keep and to stay moving forward.
Yeah, correct.
Don't get stuck, you know. We have a wonderful town.
Correct.
So, you know, it's over 200 years old now. You know, and they built a lovely town the first day, but we need to continue it now and not to let it fall into dereliction.
Yeah.
You know, not under our watch anyway.
Yeah, correct. Exactly.
You know, they built it, you know, 200 years ago, which, you know, hard times enough.
Yeah.
We live in good times now, yeah.
Correct.
And it's up to us now to make sure, you know, to keep it going.
That the next generation.
Yeah, don't let it fall
something there for them. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about. I mean, you just spoke about a great town and a great community. But we need to make sure it's good enough now that our own youngsters are able to live in it.
Yeah, correct.
And enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they don't have to leave. You hear stories in Dublin, nowhere to go, nowhere to live.
Yeah, I know it.
You know, we shouldn't let that happen here anyway.
Correct.
No, there's no reason for us to let that happen.
No.
I don't believe there is.
It's a fine town in fairness.
Fine town,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
And we have every facility, I think, that is necessary.
Oh, we
And
have.
we even hear of some other towns, we probably shouldn't mention their names, but you hear of some other towns where, for argument's sake, they don't have a hotel now anymore, which they always had a hotel.
Yeah.
So we're lucky that we have a
Oh, yeah, sure, that is great, Lord, and keep it all going.
brilliant, isn't it, in fairness?
Oh,
to-
yeah, often for people to come here, God, they still have the hotel.
No.
So it is, when you walk downtown every day, you know, or weekend, so it's the focal point.
Isn't it?
You meet you at the hotel,
Yeah, correct.
and you can go from there.
Yeah,
you
correct.
know.
If you're going to meet
And a
some-
very friendly family hotel and everything, you know, so it's
Big
very
time,
well run, as
big
you well
time.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
they don't survive if they're not well run.
Correct. If not
So
well
the
done.
arms is an answer to that. Look how long they survived, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I mean, you have Francis Murphy has two places there.
Oh, two places, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
catering for food and all that. Like, yeah.
Tom Kennedy then is running a
Yeah,
great
so Tom
show.
runs a great house show below, you know.
There's great activity in the
There's
square,
plenty-
isn't there?
Lots of activity, yeah.
Yeah, which is brilliant.
Lots of it, yeah. Lots
Yeah,
going on, like, yeah. And even the new work done at the town hall now. Yeah,
Super.
on the Boris Lee side.
Yeah.
There's an event space there now as part of that.
Oh,
So if you want to run an event now, there's power on the ground and everything.
brilliant. Yeah.
And they can take away all the stuff and say fence it off for an event. You want to have a small concert or
Small concert
or whatever you want to have.
put Man of South back together.
Put Man of South back together, yeah.
Poor Tom Kennedy nearly has a pain in his arm trying to get us to put the band back together.
Together has it, yeah.
And we
So,
had great times in fairness, but I think
Yeah,
myself, I personally think those days are they past, but he's forever at us to put the band.
come back together.
Yeah, come back. So maybe we will. And we did at my own wedding a few years ago. We did play, and it's funny, people that were there that heard us play, they said like it was the same as we played the day before.
Right,
You
yeah,
know, and I suppose we were so long together.
True, yeah. I have that. I nice on Telly Allen's.
Brilliant.
My mother thinking I was in the snooker hall, yeah. Yeah.
Great
God,
times.
we were young at the time, yeah.
They were great times, weren't they?
Yeah, and Brendan on the door.
Yeah,
Remember
correct.
Brendan Allen?
Collecting the 50 cents.
Collecting those 50 cents to
Yeah,
win, yeah.
yeah.
I was just there with the Saturday nights, so you wouldn't get in the door.
Correct.
Every Saturday.
Correct.
And they were great old times, yeah.
And we could never understand how a local band could fill the place like that.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just couldn't understand it. But we thought that people, I often even said, if you had the Beatles playing every Saturday night, you get fed up with them.
Yeah, yeah.
But Minnesota seemed to have
No, I
some
never got
sort
fed
of,
up when it's already packed.
yeah, I see that
Every
some
time.
sort of attraction. Yeah,
And then after the bus, after the right then on Old Quills bus or
correct to the
Matty
bus.
Severan's
Yeah,
bus.
yeah,
Oh God, more carnage.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember before Uncle Sean then used to live across the road, and people used to say to him, like, did he not mind the music? He said, the music was no problem. He says, the drummer. He said,
The drummer was the problem. I don't know who that was. There you go. I never great
Yeah.
hard times, yeah.
And the little plaques you put up around the town, then you put,
Yeah, they
they're
went off
fabulous now.
great. So
Fairness
it's
to you,
just
yeah.
an idea I had.
Yeah,
Well, the idea I saw,
you followed it
I
through.
used to be just looking at Griffith's valuation without going into it too much because I know a lot of people might know too much about that. But that used to be just a list of names. Still is if you look at it today.
Yeah.
And I just was asking myself the question: which house did he was he in? Which one did he live in? Where was he? And who was? Who
Yeah,
was John Ryan? Or who was Eamon Gray?
yeah,
So there was times I was sorry I ever got stuck into it
yeah, yeah.
because it was a lot of work. But once we figured out which direction we were going in and got it sorted, yeah. But they proved it's very popular, so we
Yeah.
just sent off an email then to Nationwide
Brilliant.
to see would they be interested, and they were terribly interested about it from day one. In fairness to them.
Yeah,
Angela Ryan was great there now in Nationwide or in RT. She was really really good, and they really fell for the idea themselves. So once they were into it, yeah, and then of course the council backed us.
yeah.
And council are great now in Torres
Because you spoke even
on the show.
television, and I think I text you afterwards. You spoke terribly well.
Ah, but
Really,
bluff along,
really
bluff
well.
along.
Yeah, yeah, fair play to you.
But in fairness to the council,
Yeah,
they stumped up the money.
fair play to them.
Like
Yeah,
Sharon
yeah,
Scully over there, like and Roisin O'Grady.
Yeah.
And so without them, without them we were lost. Like,
Great, you
so
have to have
once
the
I had
backing.
once I had the financial backing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went off really well, and I think the town came out in a great light
I think so.
in the program itself.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it was filmed in August, it shown in January, but yeah, the town looked well.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, it looked
Big
well,
time,
and
yeah.
they presented the show well themselves as well.
Yeah,
So
correct.
yeah, it went off well, Yeah, it did.
And another small passion you have, which I think we both share, is for flags.
Oh, yeah,
You're very, and if I put up a different flag at the front of the funeral home, you text me very quickly past that for.
Most
You,
definitely, yeah.
you have a great interest in the flags. And,
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have an interest in those flags, yeah. And interest in, yeah. So at that time, he'd look down. What's that down there now? Oh, who's that?
what's he at now?
What's that now? What's that Franny Kenny flag down there? Oh, no, I'm
Yeah.
shouting for Kilkenny.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
only
yeah,
only
correct.
joking now.
And I actually,
I know, fair play to it. It's very good, actually, because actually sometimes there now, the way you put up the flag, say, like, of whatever parish the person is deceased, it's a very good way of knowing. But sometimes you might,
yeah,
without doing that, you might notice something. Anyone could miss a death.
you mightn't hear about
And you
the
might
funeral.
hear about it,
Yeah,
So having the flag up is a very good. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of that, are they?
yeah, correct. I don't think so. Although I
Yeah.
think, if your own flag is up, if your own parish flag is up,
Yeah.
when you come into the funeral home, I think that is a kind of a little bit of a.
Oh yes, yeah,
it's
yeah.
a tearjerker or a little bit of a.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if everyone in the community aware that you still do that.
Yeah, I'd say a lot. I'd say a lot
Yeah,
now, more and more.
Most by now, yeah.
Because I remember we had a funeral one that sticks out in my head, and we had a family. The person passed away in England. But
Yeah.
when they came home, and they were all big, strong men. But when they came home, we put up outside the funeral home. I looked at them, and they were actually shedding a tear,
Right, yeah.
and I was quite amazed. First of all, I thought maybe I had done something wrong or something. But I turned to one of their sisters, and I
Yeah.
just said, are the lads all right? And she just said, it's the flag. When they drove into the funeral home and saw the flag up, their parish flag,
A parish flag, you see,
it hit a serious note. Yeah.
All means a lot, like,
Yeah.
Did you ever get in trouble for the wrong one? And
And that time,
did you? Yeah. I wonder that's when you take down that.
yeah. And then we would generally maybe follow the person's address.
You're right, yeah.
So for argument's sake, if you moved to Lockmore,
Yes.
I might put up the Lockmore one,
Yeah.
which would be an insult to you.
Oh, yeah.
Or Clonakilly.
I catch that more flag, I know maybe something's going to be serious trouble. Well, I get you, yeah. Well, it does. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it's very handy because I used to do is stick my head out the door. Oh,
You
yeah,
see.
someone there over there, flag is up. Yeah.
And a lot of families now, when we're actually making the arrangements with them, if we're in any doubt, we say to them, like, we'd explain to them about the flag and say, which one would you prefer?
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll actually look for one that we wouldn't think they'd look for.
Right.
And a lot of time they look for two, which sometimes confuses people because I have two flags up then, because the person might have lived half their life in one place and half in
Right.
the other. And,
Well, at least to say what you asked them.
yeah, correct. So you
Well,
ask
you
them
know
something
now.
themselves.
Yeah. You know before you put it up that
Yeah.
you're in the right place or doing the right one, like, yeah.
Right, so- And I suppose, like, it's the same as if we were on our holiday somewhere out foreign and we drove past somewhere and we saw the Irish flag.
Yes.
Like, it does stir an emotion.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
It stirs an emotion. And even
Yeah, it does, yeah.
this morning now, I just went for a walk out in the yard and I was looking at the plaque in the front. And like all the names of people that worked here are obviously honest,
Yeah,
worked in the business. But to see Sean Gray's on it,
Right, yeah.
like, it does stir a little bit of
Ah, of course
emotion
it
because he's
does,
the
yeah,
last to pass and it's not that long ago. And
Actually, even the way funeral homes will come on here, I was just thinking there before I came over. I remember the first corpse I saw was Philly Ryan from Borrisley,
Big
Big
ad.
Philly.
Yeah,
I was only maybe 10 years of age.
yeah.
And I went into the county home inside in Turles with my father. I think maybe at that time was that the only funeral home, I don't know.
That's more or less where the funerals back then, they either came from, like the county home, as we call it, the hospital
Yeah.
Assumption, or they came from being a hospital.
But they weren't coming to a funeral home here.
No, because
They were
there
only going
wasn't one at the
they were
time,
only going to the
probably. Yeah,
church.
yeah, correct.
So I remember driving in the gate in the county home, the old county home. I think I'd say the building was possibly on the left.
Yeah,
And I went in with my father, and Philly Ryan had no legs, I remember.
jeepers.
So there was only a half now just covered over at the bottom.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. You
My
couldn't see.
father would have known him well, having grown up in Borrisley, you know.
Yeah,
But like when you come to compared to going to a funeral home now, I mean that was the first corpse I had seen.
yeah, yeah.
And even also now there, it's funny, it's different. Maybe it's different here too. Um, my sister-in-law lives in London now,
Mm.
and her husband, an Englishman, Mike, nice fella. His father died maybe in the last year or two.
Yeah.
And Mikey's maybe 53. His father was the first corpse he ever saw
Big jeepers.
at 53 years of age.
That's unreal.
Because in England, they kind of don't do what we do here.
Correct.
What I'm guessing they don't.
They don't.
Try don't go over and look at the body, he said.
No.
That's all a bit weird, he says. So his father
Yeah.
was his first corpse at 53
Never saw. Yeah.
that he ever saw. So the difference between, coming to a funeral now compared to when I was going to a funeral with my father 35 years ago,
Yeah.
how it has come on in that, and how we do the funerals here as well. I think they're much more personal here,
I think so.
but she's nice.
Yeah.
A funeral in England, very different. I'm not saying they're wrong.
No.
I just think
it's just different tradition.
Just different tradition and much more personal here, yeah.
But even if you go to a different countries, then they don't actually even view the person at all. Whereas I think we hardly believe they've passed unless we've seen them. We have to, don't we? We have to go to the funeral home and see them. Don't we? It's
just
part of our tradition.
It's just what we do.
Yeah, yeah,
And people like that. I think people really enjoy that.
yeah.
You're coming to say. Some people say, "Why you don't know?" Well, you're coming to say goodbye.
Yeah, pay your respects.
Pay respect. The last time you ever see him, you just
Correct.
look, my friend, or whatever. I think that's very important.
And I often notice, even if I'm out in the front and we stand around, people who are driving by will look in.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that bless themselves passing.
And
I often I thought about it and I said, it's probably because it's the last place they saw someone.
Right, yeah.
So they have this memory. That's the last time I saw
the
person belonged to me was in there. Maybe that's why they blessed themselves.
And there's a bit of comfort in it, knowing that you have your work done as well. Then, and there's a bit of comforting in that.
Yeah.
You're not just dying and just into the grave. There's a bit in between.
There's a bit of respect, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it's all about.
The same here with Anya and my father,
Yeah.
You just get you get more of a sense of what it's all about.
That's what I think.
When you come over here and you pick out your coffin and whatever you do,
Yeah.
you kind of become part of the whole thing there for a couple of days.
It's part of the process, isn't
Part
it?
of the process, yeah. You don't just like lights out in the graveyard. That's, there's more to it than that.
Right, yeah.
And I think people like that and appreciate that. I think they do,
That's our tradition, and I think it's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
And I often say when a family come in to see the person in the coffin, and I'm, directing them up, and I say, your mom or your dad is up there. You can go up and see them, and I always say, you can kiss them, kick them, or puck them. But at least you get to see them.
I get to see them.
You have that choice. And,
even my own young fellow, I think this now when my father died, you came over to the county home and you took Dad away in his pajamas.
Yeah.
And the next time we came in here, maybe that evening or the following day, Dad was all done up in his suit. And Bobby says to me, how did he get out of the pajamas if he's dead? Because he didn't know what you were at. He would have changed and dressed up and all that. I left it after. He couldn't figure out how he changed his clothes if he was dead.
But kids shine a lovely light on things.
Do, of course, yeah.
My famous one is the small kids when we built here first. So when they were looking in, they just saw the building going on. And of course, the funeral home was so high, they thought it was a swimming pool, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
But after a while, then, of course, we had it finished and we had our first funeral, and the hearse was parked at the front door. So there's two local kids passing by, and they looked in and saw the hearse. And one of them turned to the other and said, isn't that very sad? Those people just moved in there and somebody died already. So I think kids put a great perspective.
Yeah, they do, of course.
Yeah, brilliant perspective.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
It's no harm for. I said to you that Mike, and he saw his first corpse at 53.
Yeah.
I think the kids coming in.
Yeah.
So dying is part of living, Emma.
Correct.
And let them see it when they're young.
Big time.
And they've understood a bit of that already. They're only 7, 8, 9 years of age. They've seen it before. It's not like it's something. And if it could happen again very soon.
Yeah, it's part of the natural process.
It's part of the natural process.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct,
So it's no harm. I don't think it's any harm that they can let them see it.
See what's going on.
Yeah. As I said, we're born, we live, and we die. It's all part of the
part of the process.
All part of the process. So people seem to be terrified of the last bit of dying.
Don't they?
I don't know why sometimes.
Yeah.
You know it's coming. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, there's nothing you can do about
No,
it.
no, no, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah,
No, no.
you know it's coming. You just try to fight it.
The old saying, there's
Yeah.
no one getting out alive.
No, no one get
No,
over it. Not yet, anyway.
no, no.
Not yet.
But I think it's lovely for kids to be a part of it. I remember years ago, a small youngster, they didn't bring him to see Granddad, say, in the funeral home, but they brought him to the church the following day. And I remember being down in a shop downtown Welch's at the time, about 6 months later, and heard this big shout across the floor. Was my granddad actually in that coffin?
Oh, right, yeah.
Because he hadn't actually seen
Yeah.
Granddad and he couldn't put two and two together.
Right,
And
yeah.
I said, there's actually a lesson in that,
Yeah, there is.
that you probably really need to let him see the natural
That's
process.
the natural process.
And then when he saw the coffin in the cemetery, then he would have been able to put two and two together.
also, with that, he was just not sure, having not seen.
Correct. Yeah.
Counting Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to let them see
I think
it.
so. I still let
Yeah.
them see the natural process, yeah.
Yeah. Explain that to them. And they're learning that too anyway.
Yeah, correct, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So,
Yeah.
let them
And
off,
it was
like
probably different years ago then when the person was laid out.
Yeah.
The one eye open and one eye closed, and it was a
You're
different.
going before my time now, Eamon.
Yeah. But even those kids that I'm talking about, those young kids, and they're probably nearly in their 40s now,
Yeah.
but they can't remember the funerals coming from the Hospital of Assumption or from Nina.
All right,
They
yeah,
can't remember that, yeah.
yeah.
Or if somebody passed away in Dublin, we generally went to Dublin, and the family viewed in Dublin, and then we came straight to the church that evening, and the burial was the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you just drive up and collect them.
Correct, and that was just the way it was.
That's
There was
the way it
no
was,
funeral
yeah.
home at the time, so we used to go up. I remember myself and poor Mel Murphy, we used to go up very
Right.
early in the morning, and we'd arrive in the hospital maybe around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we'd get the person ready. We'd have everything done maybe by 10 or half 10. The family then would come in around 12, and we'd be there for about an hour and a half, and then we'd hit for home and stop for a meal on the way home,
Oh, yeah.
and we'd arrive in the church at 7 o'clock that evening, and the burial would be the next day. Now that person would have only died the day before that.
Right,
So
okay,
this
yeah.
is all done in 3 days.
Oh, then
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a terrible fast process, but
Yeah.
I think the process we have now is, I think it's better for a family. I think it gives them the old saying, the time is a healer.
How's it now? Probably goes for 40 now, does it?
Definitely, generally speaking.
From the day they die until
Correct.
the day they bury, right?
Correct, yeah. A lot of families take what they call this day out or a family day,
I mean,
and I think it's very good for them.
Yeah.
I think personally, I think it's a healing process.
It just
You
gives them a bit of time to, or for even for people to get there too, or
Yeah,
whatever people are up to,
but even I think to spend time with the person who has
when
passed,
the person has
I
passed.
think is
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very important.
Oh, yeah, even just sit there and
Yeah,
tell stories and.
as I said, you can kiss him, kick him, or fuck him, but it is if you have the person there in front of you, you have that choice, don't you? You can make that decision.
And with many people, I notice a lot now, Eamon, that they will say when you have the reposing here,
Mhm.
not so many go to the church that evening now anymore. Is there a change there?
One thing that we hear from families ourselves, you just be talking to us, the fact that we live on the premises and they know that they're leaving the person somewhere where there is people is actually a serious influence. Something I wouldn't have thought of maybe go back years ago.
Yeah.
That they're not leaving them on their own.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I've heard that going on.
Yeah.
Because Anya would have said to me now, one of the things she always loved.
Yeah.
Was to go over and sit in the church, and wait for the corpse to come in.
The funeral to come in. Yeah.
She that was just something she liked.
She preferred that.
Yeah, but that's probably the minority now, isn't it?
Yeah. No, people are trying to leave the person here.
Yeah.
They say, I know that is definitely a big influence, that they hate leaving the person on their own.
Right. Okay,
we'd often even see somebody, they take the person home maybe the day before.
Yeah.
The night before they might take the person home, and they'd bring him back here for the reposing, and then they'd still leave him here that night and go straight from here to the church the next day.
Right, but when you were younger, then generally they would have went to the church.
Correct.
Nearly everybody.
But back then all the funerals were in houses, either houses or the Hospital of Assumption.
Yeah.
And then you see the Hospital of Assumption, or Nina Hospital.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, if you had a choice for that back then, a lot of times people would have picked their own house instead of that.
Okay.
They would have said, I don't want to drag everybody to Nina, or whatever, or to Turles, or whatever the case may be. So we said we'll have it in our own house. But now people are more inclined to have, at least the public part are more inclined to have it here.
Yeah, there's very few funerals you see going across now to stay in church, all right.
Yeah, correct. That is kind of, it's almost...
Which I kind of like too.
Yeah.
It's just something nice about carrying them in there. But
the evening time,
but that's a rarity now.
Yeah, and I always say to people, even for argument's sake, if you're just sitting having your lunch, and if you just kind of spit out and say, I want to be buried with my dad, or I want to be cremated, or I want to go to church the night before, if you just and you don't even make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
But then when something happens to that person, they know then what to do.
No, to do
You know what I'd always say to even to my own wife Louise, like that I want to be buried with my dad and mum.
Right, yeah.
You know, and so she knows then.
She knows where to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. And
And got out that row blood in the home house when the person is dead. No, he said that. No, he didn't say that.
yeah.
And they all fighting with each other.
Yeah, correct.
You say, if they know, like, yeah.
And especially with sudden, sometimes people just don't know what to do.
Don't know what to
you
do.
know, and if you've just kind of left your wishes or just even spit it out like a joke, you know.
Because if you're in a family of 6 or 8 and nobody knows, you know, they're out as well.
Yeah, correct. A disagreement could be.
That could happen, yeah.
Another thing I suppose that we have here that since we started putting the cremation service here,
I wonder that now. What kind of ratio have you now compared to?
and what we find with that too is people again they prefer that it's here rather than going to a strange place.
Strange place.
Yeah.
And
it's back to
place on site. Like,
correct. Yeah. And you know, if you go down to any crematorium, go visit a crematorium, and when you come out, then you're leaving the person there, so you're in a strange premises.
Yeah.
And then you're leaving the person behind you.
Yeah.
And also, when the mass is over, you're shattered.
Yeah.
But now you have this drive to the crematorium. You're leaving the person somewhere in a strange place. There's only maybe 5 or 6 went to the crematorium, and then you have to drive home. So it makes a long and a tough day.
Are you getting much of a take-up, Eamon?
Oh, big time. Big time. Yeah, big time. And
was it Shannon or Cork really before this, was it?
Correct.
Now you can do it more.
Correct.
Great for our community again, sir.
Brilliant. And
people are doing it now, they are.
And you know what I find? Since we put this little system in here, we haven't gone to the crematorium. People prefer to have their service here.
Okay, on site, like,
and you know, I can say when you come back from the church, for argument's sake, if you've gone to the church, when you come back, then you know you have a few minutes maybe to have a coffee, to use the facilities, and then you can come in and sit down here, and in your own time, then we can have the cremation service.
Right, yeah.
And there's no one coming in behind you. There's no one rushing you. And then when you're finished, what we also find here is that people are more inclined to follow us over back to here for the cremation service. So if you go to the crematorium, you have such a journey that you generally find yourself on your own. Whereas when you come back here, vast majority will walk back with you. And then, but you know what is nice, Ronan, when it's over, then you're surrounded by friends.
Yes.
You know, you're not in a strange place or a strange environment.
You know, you're still in town.
Correct.
If you go downtown for a grub, you're all going together.
Correct.
And you find there's more of a risk going out to crematorium than to burial, or has that changed much?
It's probably heading towards cremation. And
burial is still first. But the other one's catching it quick. Yeah,
people definitely would have a preference to burial, because I know, like myself, like I want to be buried with my mum and dad.
Yes.
No, I have no issue. If I was cremated and my ashes were put in, I'd have no issue with that.
Thing,
once I end up with mum and dad, it's just
And
the cremation service, I suppose, then it is quite pleasant, and you're indoors, and you know you have access to everything. You know, you're not out in the rain and the wind. And
that's true.
You know, I suppose,
only had 1 or 2, but they are nice.
Yeah.
Well, the weather doesn't matter then. You know?
Correct. Yeah, and I suppose it's just, generally speaking, I think it's the way the next generation want to go. It's just there. And I notice, even to talk to some of my own nieces and nephews, they don't have the same affection for the grave that we have.
We have, yeah.
So if I had a bad day, I'd go down and stand in my dad's grave and wipe a tear. If I had a good day, I'd go down and stand in my dad's grave and wipe a tear. But they don't have this. They seem to have lost this.
Where would most of them bury the ashes now? Or do they bury them?
The vast majority actually bury them in their family grave.
Oh, it's actually in
the family grave. There was talks of putting a wall up, for ashes.
They've got a burying wall, is it? Yeah.
Got a burying wall, correct.
There's one in Calais, isn't there?
There's one in Calais.
Yeah.
And they're talking about putting one up, but I looked at the one in Nina, and I'd say the reason they're reluctant to put one up here is the one in Nina doesn't have very many locals in it.
Okay.
The locals, you see, for argument's sake, if I was cremated, I'm going to go in with my mum and dad into their grave.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I presume if you were cremated, I presume you'd go in with dads, or whatever.
Right.
So people are more inclined to use their family grave, and if there's a wall there. So for argument's sake, if I was cremated, and there's a wall there, and my mum and dad are buried over there.
Yeah.
I'm not going into the wall like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
That people are more inclined to put them into the family. And when I look back on all the cremation services we had, like over the last 3 or 4 years, all the ashes eventually ended up
in the grave.
In a grave. And if there was a wall there, that wouldn't be an option, because they were going into the grave for argument's sake with their husband or their wife, or you know, whatever the case may be, or their mum and dad, or whatever the case may be. But the wall wouldn't have been an option.
Okay, so even though they're selecting cremation, they're ending up around anyway.
Correct. Right. Or a church, I was telling Father Hayes the other day, there's a church I think it's nearly positive it's in Ennis, and they put the wall inside the church. So
Okay.
your ashes are kept in the church, but on a plaque on the wall.
Oh yeah.
And I think they sold them within 12 hours or something.
Yeah,
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 because
yeah.
if you give a very religious person a choice
Yes.
to spend eternity in a grave or in the church,
Oh, you're probably over to church, yeah.
big time,
Big time they will.
yeah, big
Yeah.
time. That'll be their option, they're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to take that.
Yeah, true, true, yeah.
But,
I suppose the one thing aiming to, even from dealing with yourself, I suppose you're very much a family orientated place here,
yeah,
It's not cold.
yeah,
People think of funeral homes here, and I always kind of feel like this is our funeral home
yeah,
in relation to the town.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That if another one opens, it doesn't matter. No,
yeah,
praise the funeral home.
yeah, yeah,
Because every time you come down here, you just feel part of the whole place.
yeah, brilliant.
And that's great to yourself and Louise, and
Yeah,
Eddie
yeah,
and
yeah,
Sean, and Sean over here,
yeah,
It's very much, it's very much belong to the town,
town, yeah,
even though it's not.
yeah.
But it feels like that when you come
Uh,
here, and that's a great old not to yourselves,
thanks, Ron.
Always I know, and even if the families that have been gone out of town for years, I'm sure you noticed that too. Them like even your man, the other day, they came back to Templemore,
Yeah, correct.
and they're
Yeah,
well looked after, and they're trying to find out who they are, and that means a lot to them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we lived here, we moved away, but we're still back.
Back, yeah, this is where we
That's
belong.
that would be very important to me anyway.
Yeah, this is where we
I'd come
belong.
over there, God, I was always have to find out who that person was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because just because they're gone out of town a long time,
yeah,
it doesn't mean they've left.
yeah, correct.
And that town means a lot to them.
Yeah,
So to come back and to be buried there, it's very important to them that they're looked after and met. That's very
and
important.
that's why often. Do you remember I said to you about the Garda instructors who came to town?
Yes.
That they all get buried here afterwards.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think it says
Yeah, it
yards
does. Yeah,
about
it does.
Templemore.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, they stayed here. They didn't bugger off.
But
Yeah.
if you were working somewhere, for argument's sake, like I said to you, if I was in a funeral home in Kerry,
Yeah.
like I think I'd have it left that I want to be buried in
Yeah.
Templemore, but
Well,
they don't. They stay here, get buried
yeah,
here.
yeah, very true. Yeah, it's very much family oriented, which is nice.
Yeah.
Very welcoming, that kind of way,
Fair play.
Even though we don't really want to come in here now.
Correct. Yeah, you're trying to avoid it at the same
Try
time.
to divide it, but we'll have to come to you at some stage.
And I noticed that funerals in the last few years, I suppose, again, it's probably a COVID thing, but
Yeah.
years ago, we used to just file through. People just file through and
Yeah.
sympathise with you.
Yeah.
But now everybody kind of stops and talks and has a chat. and
Yeah,
sometimes they'd have a cup of coffee and they'd wander around.
yeah. One thing was often said when you come in along there now in your queue.
Yeah.
Of course, this is only a matter of opinion, of course.
Yeah, correct.
And the people that you're going to sympathise have their back to you.
Yeah,
And someone else said, well, they're not turned at you, that you could see that coming, that you didn't want to shake hands with.
yeah. And
Well, maybe each family can do their own, can they?
maybe we had the old system, maybe say we had a new system where they come in this side door here, so you see them coming at you. I'm sure that was there.
Yeah, but if
enough.
I'm sitting here, like right now, I can't see who's coming next.
Oh, very good, yeah, 'cause they're coming down the corridor, yeah.
Whereas if I was facing the queue,
Yeah.
I can see the lad coming up the corridor.
Yeah.
Some people often say that if you turn around the chairs of the deceased,
Yeah.
you can see who's coming.
Very good, yeah.
And it's, oh, look at this bugger coming now.
Yeah.
I'll be ready for him. But when that comes in over your shoulder, like, oh, Jesus.
I'm going to give him a dig when he comes in.
Yeah, so that was just one thing to make.
Yeah.
But of course, any family can ask for that. So it's
Correct, yeah.
just
And
a
I suppose
personal thing.
the original funeral home that I copied, David McGowan's, the whole idea was that there's a free flow.
Right, okay,
And I suppose that probably mattered again more years ago when you had just this file through system. Whereas now, as I say to you, your doors is an awful lot now with a funeral that half the family are over here and the other half are over there.
Oh, that's true
There's
too.
more gone out having coffee.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because if you come into the funeral home, for argument's sake, if you come to a funeral that's somebody related to me and I'm not in the funeral home, the front part itself, you'll stay wondering till you find me.
Yeah.
You stay mooching around.
Yeah, you would.
So if I'm out having a coffee or having a chat, like that's no hassle in the castle because you'll find me.
You'll find him anyway. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. So how are you going on? You're busy, anyway.
I'm busy away and kept out of trouble.
I'd often say, huh?
Kept out of trouble.
Kept out of trouble. I'd be often talking to Martin McCormick then. Martin would ring me or I'd ring him.
Yeah.
He'd say, there wasn't a flag of grays in a while. And I'd say, I know, because the right crowd coming now.
Yeah.
And that is actually true.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see within a day or two.
There'll
be one, and two, and three. I've often seen that. It might be very quiet for a month.
Correct.
And next thing all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
They come in droves. So when did you open the doors of the new funeral home, I would say?
I bought the site in 95.
1995.
So I opened the funeral home in 96.
So you're having your 21st next year?
November 96. It's 30.
Oh, 30, sorry. I'm taking 10 years off you. Sorry,
29 this year, isn't it? And 30 next year.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm taking 10 off you. I'm just checking to see where we wake
So it's 30 years next year. It's some length of time, isn't it?
It's a long time, yeah.
And if you look at the carpet in the front as you come in, that carpet is down 30 years.
Is it right? Yeah.
And when I I bought the site. The site was 10,000,
Right, yeah, yeah.
and the carpet was 5.
Oh, the gap was 5, yeah.
But Michael Cahill said to me when I bought it, he says, "You'll be carried across it yourself."
Yeah, right, yeah, right, yeah.
So I suppose if we put it in today's terms, if the site
Yeah.
was 100,000,
Yeah,
the carpet would be 50.
50,000, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. I know, it's great.
uh,
And great to have one in town as well, if you're not travelling to,
yeah,
lots of the local rurals around, they have to come into Templemore every corner.
correct, yeah, correct.
We're
Yeah.
I've only drive across the road.
And it's funny, even Dan Ward would often say thanks to us, or Francis Murphy, for sending people down.
Yeah,
And we'd say to him, like, we would have no influence on a family whatsoever where they go.
there you go, yeah.
And they'd always say to us, but if the funeral home wasn't there, we wouldn't get
We
them.
wouldn't get them. Yeah, yeah, very true, very true, very true.
Uh,
Yeah, fair play. I mean, you've provided, and of course, you've been great to the community yourself.
Thanks, Ron.
I know, but all over the years, you've sponsored everyone and looked after everybody, and you've obviously, you've got a lot from the community, but you've given a fair bit back.
It's very important.
And the people would say to me, "There, God, someone do that for you," or I said, "I sure did, yeah." But I'd like to give to the community myself.
Yeah, it's very important.
So if you give, you'll get.
Yeah.
And that's important. Yeah, it's very important.
You mentioned you painted all the railing on the school.
Oh no, that was during COVID.
That was brilliant.
I know that's what we wanted over that punched into your myself and Eva
Yeah.
We punched into it, so it was a great crack.
Brilliant, fair play to
So
you.
we never got 5 minutes before someone passed.
Oh no, and you stuck at it.
I only kept talking away, so it was
Brilliant.
it was great to pass the time,
Yeah, it was a great thing to do.
Yeah. It was very that's during COVID.
Yeah, true. Put down the time.
The wife wasn't where are you going to I'll be painting.
COVID was a hard time for everyone.
That's just a hard time for everyone.
Please God, we never see it again.
Oh, for the help of God, yeah.
For the help of God,
yeah.
Thanks so much, Ronan, for
No bother at all,
taking a little bit of time out of your busy schedule.
No, not at all. Only glad to help.
Fair play.
Right, okay.
I gave you a lift home and you could fall home from here.
I could fall home from here, yeah.